This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Glad to have you with us from Colorado Springs, Colorado, at home to the Air Force Falcons. As we'll see, the winners of 6 straight, the Buffalo Bulls, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Air Force Falcons. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Bulls will kick it away to start us off. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. They're working that left side. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. All right, guys, let's chat about Air Force. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top 2 teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head, this...
He wants to take the top off. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26.
Excellent job by this defense. You know they watched the tape last week. This offense was humming. They were clicking. They were in rhythm. You knew they would be aggressive, and they are in the first drive. Great discipline in the back end, shows up, shows out, and creates the first takeaway of this football game.
Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Makes the catch. It's Shelton. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run.
He's loose. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Well, their defense did a great job deep in their own end, right? Getting the turnover on downs, and now the offense is starting to pay that off. On the 3rd play of this drive, 3rd down, they're able to run it, pick up the first, they stay on the field, and they're going to try and churn this thing out.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He wants to go deep. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Williams looking for a man. It's caught. At the 40, there he goes. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Wants to go up top on first down. Going for it all. Broken up, incomplete, and nearly intercepted in the end zone. It'll be second down.
Oh, what a missed opportunity for that interception. Yes, I know he gets the pass breakup, but he had a chance to finish things off, and he really didn't get it done. But there's a reason he plays defense. You know, they put the guys on offense that can actually catch.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wants to throw it. Pocket breaking down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Shelton.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
The Bulls are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Grab near the marker is Glass. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Williams will pass. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Buffalo. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Pulls and fires complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Falcons come to the line in the hurry-up. He'll pull it down. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to power their way ahead. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. And the Falcons have it with a 1st and 10. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about.
The Falcons look to keep this drive humming. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Falcons! Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
He'll bring it out. It's Simmons. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Tight end now in motion. Looking for room. It's Shelton. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Got it in the middle. It's Shelton. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Williams looking for a man. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the
wide open spaces at the 20. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Buffalo!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Making side adjustments here. Looking to fire. Quarterback extends the play. Fires to the big fella. Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33.
Buffalo 14, Air Force 7.
So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. He's going to run it. Oh, out of space. There he goes. He's at the 20. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Air Force.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Baylor has the lead right now, but even though we've heard sick 'em a bunch, this has been a nip-and-tuck affair inside McLean Stadium. They're up by 4 over Iowa. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. really the only way to do it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
You know, when you're running the power play as a running back, you got to be patient and know that that needs to hit up the middle. If you try to bounce it outside, you risk getting a tackle for loss, and that's what happened.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Williams will pass. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
Love the accurate throw by the quarterback there. Curl route against man coverage. You got to put that right into the body of the wide receiver who's running back towards you. Nice job executing it, and they pick up the first.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. They'll move the wide receiver. Quick pass on the fly motion. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
It's now 2nd down.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll send the tight end in motion. To the air on 2nd down. Makes the grab. It's Smith. Running to Green. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field. But how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
Wants to throw again. Bringing the heat. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Williams looking for a man. Got it in the middle. It's Glass. Open space at the 25. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the 2nd quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. Looking to throw. Moving away from pressure. Fires into the end zone. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback at this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Buffalo! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Might be changing the route. Wants to throw. It's St. Clair. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24.
Ready up. Spider.
Quick release on the RPO. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? And the Bulls can really attack on this second and short. Wants to go up top. Oh, it goes right through his hands. They had everything set up on the screen except the catch. It'll be third down.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Shotgun snap on third down. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown Bulls. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll call for the fair catch here. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. RPO complete to open the drive. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Time to take a shot. Makes the catch down the right side. Hits the crease. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Falcons.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Fielded in the end zone, it's Simmons. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This possession from their own 20. Williams will pass. Caught over the middle. It's Smith. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The Bulls can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. They'll line up for a second down play.
Here we go.
Pulls it and fires to the left. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. Guys, you never want to sound the upset alert bell too early, but might be time to at least know where the button is for it.
Know where the button is, and listen, there's no need to panic yet, but if you're the unranked team, just like this, when you're playing a better team, you want to come in and you want to hang around, Jesse, and they're doing just that, staying in this game.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Finally, a defense offense looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last 2 drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think. Setting up 4th down, and that might be a major play so far in this game to give them a lot of momentum moving forward.
And the Bulls have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Williams looking for a man. Pulls it in. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing 1st downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing 1st downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Looking for a crease. It's Shelton. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. He goes out of bounds across the 25. Mark it at the 24. And this defense, its head is spinning.
1st down for the offense.
The Bulls will snap it on 1st and 10.
42, Spider.
They'll move the tight end.
Spider.
Toss sweep right. It's a seam wide open. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
This is an offense that can find multiple ways to get explosive plays, especially when they hand it off to this guy, David.
And it's so nice to have a running game you can depend on, especially when you get on the other side of the field, now set up on the 2-yard line.
Running with the fullback. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Number 25.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the 2nd half to get some stops.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
1st and 10.
Are you kidding me? Lucky number 7. He's got 7 interceptions on the season, consistently around the ball. High IQ, breaks on the football great. This guy just makes play after play after play.
The DBs will back off a bit. Williams will pass. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Falcons will kick it off to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Shelton. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Wants to throw on first down. Sends it downfield. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And his QB's put up a lot of numbers today and had a lot of success. But, man, he makes his first mistake. And this defense, they finally capitalize. They get the big turnover and stop.
Yeah, they needed something to go their way, finally, against the pass. And they get it right there. Now, if you're this quarterback, you got to turn the page quickly. Obviously, they're not going to stop throwing the football. They've had tons of success with this game tonight so far. He's going to be able to have to bounce back from that interception.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Air Force. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Off play action on first down. Throws to the wideout. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Man, this quarterback has been dialed in all game long. He's making outstanding decisions, and he's been so accurate throwing the football. He's now got over 350 passing yards.
Williams looking for a man. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
How about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Second down, they'll go to the air. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion. So third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
And the Bulls need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Buys a little time with his feet. Throwing on the run. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up fourth down, they only have a one-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. It's caught. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
That's an awesome effort by the receiver there because he didn't have the first down once he caught the pass. He had to be able to make a guy miss, and with his athleticism and skill, he's able to do that, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
The sweet feet buy a little time. The sure hands, it's Smith.
The pass on first down, caught by the receiver. Brought down at the 35-yard line. Brings up.
And here comes the offense on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. He'll do it himself on the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
And this D needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Williams will pass. Got a man. It's Shelton. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
And this is why checkdowns are so big. There's a lot of quarterbacks in these types of situations on third down. They just want to make the home run, highlight-type throw. But a nice job being poised and making a good decision, checking it down to the running back here to help your offense out.
The Bulls will have it 1st and 10.
29 Philly.
The give to the tailback. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. It's complete to the left. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
You see this more and more in college football. Motion the running back out of the backfield. What am I looking for? I'm looking to see if it's man coverage. Does the linebacker go and chase him? If he does, guess what I get to do? Take advantage of my matchup. I like my speed better than yours.
And the Bulls are facing 3rd and inches.
Easy.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
At the 12-yard line.
When I think you're seeing the mental approach this offense is taking now, with a nice lead here late in the third quarter, they're satisfied to just run the ball and chip away at this clock. This has been a really good-looking drive. Plenty of plays. They're staying on the field. They're bleeding and ticking this clock away. Nice job there getting it done on the ground.
Got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. To the air, it's St. Clair. Here comes the heat. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
And I tell you what, when you got a guy that is that good at dissecting your defense, you better get pressure. Nice job by the defense, hurrying him up, speeding up the thought process.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. He might want another play. The play action fake. Fires to the middle. And it's his 4th interception of the night. Taking it the other way. The 20. The 10. Touchdown, Buffalo. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
He made that look a lot easier than it is. When you break on a football, you got to see it and go at the perfect angle. The free safety leaves his spot, goes and gets it, and then does the hard part, takes it back to the house for 6.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
He'll pull it down and run. Still running at the 40. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down.
You could tell he saw that grass open up, and he was not handing that football off. He was taking it himself. His eyes got enormous. Chewed up the big play. Nice big chunk play for this offense.
Dances away to buy time. Rolling right and going deep. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Sends it back in motion. Now they'll run it on the toss. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
Well, they're trying to go toss to the field and get that running back out into space to use his speed, but the defense looked like they were already lined up expecting that play, and they force a negative.
The Bulls trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Williams looking for a man. Going deep. Makes a grab right down the middle. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
Well, these two have been absolutely unstoppable in this game, and it just feels like every time this guy drops back to throw, he's throwing it to one guy and one guy only. The defense cannot stop him. He has been a matchup nightmare all game long.
Wide receiver going in motion. Gonna run it. It's Shelton. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Second down coming up. That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Buffalo 49, Air Force 28.
So the final period starts with a second down play.
Gorilla. Ringo. Hawk. Jackrabbit. Terrier.
Back to pass. Pressure coming. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Nice job by this defense here. They didn't do a good enough job on the last drive, but, man, we got to get to the quarterback, affect him, get him in predictable situations like you did right here now on 3rd and long.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. It's complete to the right. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Appalachian State is ahead in this one, and we've seen this program pull off some incredible wins over the years, but they're not there yet. They're up by 4 over Marshall. Obviously, big implications here in the Sun Belt, and as this one plays out, we'll keep you posted.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires on the move. Makes a connection. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Hey, down in the 4th quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
He's going to take off. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. The Falcons want to pick up the tempo.
And if I'm a QB, I'm calling my own number a lot, especially when it's successful like this.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. He's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Falcons are on the move.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who...
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. To the air, it's St. Clair. He's got the back in the middle. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. The Falcons will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Moves around to clear up the vision. Unloads to the wideout. Lost, the defense is wide open. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. And the Falcons started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Going for 6. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
The Falcons have it with a first and goal. Makes the catch. Touchdown Falcons. And they take it in for 6 more points. Now the 2-point conversion attempt is coming. Wide receiver comes in motion. To throw, it's St. Clair. He will not get there. Brought down at the 1, and the 2-point try is no good. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here.
34.
And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
He'll take another shot here, and it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. This drive will open from the 15.
Come on, set.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. And the Bulls with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Running behind that left side. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
This is an area of the game on offense you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
The Bulls line up to punt it away. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. They'll bring him down. The clock is at 0, and that is how this one